welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is George Bischof of Bischof and Bischof, LLP. So, George, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you, Michael. Great to be here.
So, George, what is Bischof and Bischof, and what's your role in the firm?
We are a fairly traditional law firm. I'm the principal, so I'm the owner and the managing attorney, and we have one other attorney and some team members, usually one or two admins.
All right. And George, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
A couple different points at which you might suggest they pick up the phone. Even when you get started with divorce, that's an okay time to do a new will. If you're thinking about ending your marriage, you might want to take that person out. If in the course of things you finally get your decree and you're done with the process, that's a great time to do a will. And then if you're structuring any kind of support arrangement that requires insurance, it might be wise to put that insurance in an insurance trust. And I'm happy to support matrimonial folks along that way.
Oh, that's perfect. It's a great answer. So, George, what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
I often joke that I'm as much a transaction manager as a draftsman. One of my biggest challenges is working with people to make sure that they get across the finish line. I joke that I drag them very gently into the end zone. There's no April 15 in my business. That no one is making you do a will. You're never late. And many people think that they have all the time in the world. So I would say my biggest challenge is getting people to respond and engage in the process they paid for so that they get the protection they want.
Right, right. So, George, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
I would say dealer's choice. I work with folks from 20 on up to 100, and some of those folks really want face-to-face. Others want phone. Zoom is a great resource. But I would say, to answer your question, whatever medium the client is most comfortable with for talking to a lawyer, which is very often in person, but it might be just a couple texts, that's the best way to begin the conversation.
And what would the best number to reach you?
So love it when stuff comes in on my main line. That's 212-867-9120. And I can also be reached through our website, which is Bischof Legal. That's BISCHOFLEGAL.com, BischoffLegal.com.
Got it. So now, George Bischof, we have now come to the most important part of our show. And that happens to be the question of the week. So, George Bischof, this is your question of the week. Who would play George Bischof if your life was made into a sitcom, and why?
I never saw it, but many people who saw the HBO John Adams series with, I believe, Paul Giamatti and Laura Linney said that I was a dead ringer for Paul Giamatti, or vice versa. And I'll take that all day long. That might be the way to go if I were the casting director.
I love it. That is such a great answer. And George Bischof, you've said it all. You are helping people plan ahead one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you so much, Michael. Great to be here.